Hello everybody and welcome for today's Monster Train Daily. It is September the 14th. The 14th. I am correct. Today's daily. Let's go ahead and check it out and see what it is. So I should probably also move my face cam now that I think about it. The face camera does not do well here for Monster Train, does it? Let's see what happens if I move the camera. Where is my camera? There it is. If I move my camera, up right corner I don't think has any necessary information off the top of my head, so that's where I'm going to go ahead and put it for right now. Okay, cool. I think this works. So, for today's daily, we got Melting Remnant, Exile, so we've got the Fade and Primitive Mold, interesting, and Umbra with Shade Splitter. Not my favorite, but okay, we'll move along. Upgraded drafts. So, cards and reward packs and unit banners come with a random upgrade. I always like that. Strike card, all units, including the enemies, get multi-strike, which means that things are highly deadly, and your champion is randomly replaced by one that is not from your primary or allied clan. That could be interesting. We'll have to see what happens. Current scores are numbering pretty solidly in the 40s for the top bunch of them, and are divergent in some respect. So, like, that's a good sign that today is a pretty solid daily for us. We should be okay here. As you can tell, my nose is a bit stuffed. It's getting cold here in Canada. Not cold, but like occasionally at night it dips down to 12 and then warms up and it's like 20 degrees. My body is just having a hard time handling this. So anyway, we got good spells to start off with, and it seems as if cleanse all the effects that don't benefit Seraph. Right. So we can cast spells multiple times in a game. Subsuming Blade here is perfect to have early, and is one of those spells I'd like to increase as fast as possible, because if this gets going, it gets going. Especially because it's piercing. That's bananas. Umbra Assault's good to have, and Molten Encasement isn't bad, depending on which champion we get. Speaking of which, who did we get? It's Tethys Titan's Bane. I kind of hate it, but this could work out nicely if we go for a spellcasting thing. Please make my spells cost less. Yes! Okay, so that's huge. And then when a card with Consume is played, deal 30 damage, or when you summon the second unit during a turn, gain more energy. I think that this will help us deal with energy problems a lot more easily. We'll do that for right now. I'm like, don't get me wrong, the Consume one is good, but we're not there yet. So non-boss enemy units, and I just realized my face is in exactly the wrong spot, because it's covering all that stuff. What happens if I put it in the bottom right corner? No, that's covering the card draw and everything else. If I put it in the upper left corner, it's covering all this other stuff. At the end of the day, you know what? Sorry, folks. I have to center this vertically, and it's going to go right here, because this is the right place for it to be. Center vertical. Perfect. Okay, so yeah. Non-boss enemy units enter with spikes 3. Bring it. I'll be able to kill a good chunk of these guys before it becomes a big problem. Now, mind you, they come in with multi-strike. Not great. We do have the ability to actually just set things up nicely down here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. They got stealth. However, he is going to be able to attack Tethys Titan Bane there. Oops. I'll just have to remake him at some point. It's fine. Subsuming Blade. Easy kill. No problem. You're going to kill yourself on that one, huh? You know what? That's a bit brutal. Primitive Mold, thank you for giving me Tethys back. Now you'll survive this, but you'll still die and do 30 damage. And you know what? That's worth more to me than you might think. Who else does 0? Perfect. Okay, you need to be fed up here, so let's go ahead and make sure that that happens. Now, why would I feed Tethys Titan Bane down here? What I'm currently testing is whether or not Tethys will be able to keep those bonuses that he's eating in between deaths. Because he does automatically kind of get himself killed. Randomly reformed, a Molten Encasement. Not what we wanted. Okay, so I'll do this. Get this to kill him. Give you another 2 batches of damage. Have one of these. Might as well deal you some damage, and then have you just sit there and die. It's fine. Like, the fact that these guys hit as hard is actually driving me a little bit nuts. Please give me back Tethys. You're not giving me back Tethys at all. Okay, so you're going to die after your first attack regardless. You'll just vanish. It's fine. We'll get rid of the weighted contrition here, and then, you know, be a bit sad on the inside. Or not, actually. Shade Splitter, I forgot. We keep getting more energy. Eat that, please. This is not looking good. We might die on the first floor. Tethys, please. Okay, now we've killed him. It's taken some effort, though. Holy shit. Like, that took a decent amount of effort to get through. I have a lot to learn about this deck right now. So you've got damage shield 3. That's actually not bad, considering you're already doing 30 damage. And you have such weak HP. A damage shield of any kind right now makes you far more valuable than I think I have any right to, you know, to ask for. Perilous Production. If I can make that cheaper and have holdover, that'd be fine. But right now, it's a bit of an oof. Packed Morsels might be more handy at this point. Antumbrial Assault, we already have 2 in the deck. This one's free, but we already have 2. And they are free if I actually apply and use Tethys properly. So, I think we skip. I think we skip here. It's a shame, but them's the breaks. So what we need is somebody who's big, tanky, and who's capable of handling themselves and using Shade Splitter to some degree. I think we go for the Umbra Banner here, and see if we get lucky. And lucky we did get. Now, there are some problems with a Crucible Collector with Multi-Strike. Namely, that they use up all their lifesteal in the blink of an eye. The Morsel Maker tends to be a little bit more handy here, especially because it's got Multi-Strike, and actually will be able to hit it pretty hard from a distance. But then what do I apply that bonus to, you know? Like, I give that to, what, a Train Steward? I think I pick up the Morsel Maker regardless, and I just feed Tethys, and hopefully we don't die. That said, more HP is not going to hurt you, my friend. I'm very tempted to just do that. That's what I'm going to do. Endless. Endless on the draft. Now, that's an odd one. I like it, though, because every time that he comes back, he'll come back, do 30 damage, and he can block every single turn without having to worry about the damage he's dealing. Now, the downside is he won't actually gain damage, ever. But, is that really such a big deal? It is, kinda. I'd rather he deal more damage. Like, now he's doing 60, that makes him a menace at all stages of the game. And he'll just get stronger, so sure. Reroll it, maybe we get lucky. We got quick. That would have been good to put on the draft too, actually, now that I think about it. Damage shield 3. I don't want that on a Molten Encasement, because I want those to die. But having one Molten Encasement with it to allow me to block, I think allows for some flexibility that I wouldn't have normally. And then having one reasonable Train Steward isn't the worst thing in the world. Now, that said, we need to start thinning this deck out of Train Stewards to make sure that we actually have a snowball's chance in hell of, reigniting Tethys or something else important when the time comes. Primitive Mold is currently the blood with which our deck works. Start of the battle, enemy units appear on each floor for 75 coins. It's worth points. It's worth points. We just gotta hope that we draw enough damage-dealing spells or some of those damage shield bros. Otherwise, we're in trouble. Well. Could you tank for me, please? Thank you. So you both die. That's not a problem. If I put you here, that's good. Cool. The Morsel Maker is going to start becoming our carry at the rate this is going, which is a little bit odd. Get the kill there. Here, maybe we can feed you another damage shield. Here's the problem now. What do I do with this? Like, I guess I feed you over to here. You're alive, and you're doing 20 damage. There's not much bad about that, actually. You know what? I'll put you here so you can go ahead and eat something. This multi-strike is going to absolutely screw with the math, by the way. It is driving me bananas already. You're dealing 11 damage, huh? Get the kill up here. It's worth a lot more to us. Here, you can just take a couple of hits. Doesn't really matter. You got damage shield 3, and you can come back. It's not terrible. Alright, well everything here dies and we only deal 80 damage. But you know what? There's worse. And 2 Sinner's Burdens. We use both. Primitive Molds. We got the draft back! Boom! 115 damage. We're so close to getting the kill. Alright, please. I was gonna say, please subsuming blade. No subsuming blade. Sadness. Look, you're dead already anyway. It's not a big deal. We're not taking any damage from anything. We can't even primitive mold anything to make anything useful. He's dead. A shame, but, you know, it is what it is. Subsuming blade is starting to pick up. Molded here is actually a big deal with holdover already. That is a major win. Being able to constantly, like, re-get who we want every turn means that our draft will actually get stronger every time that we do that. I like that a lot. Permafrost Pack Morsels does not scream immediate win to me. What I'm looking for right now is some sort of a damage spell, but these guys just don't have a whole lot of them, do they? If we go left, we might be able to find a carry unit that can use all of our morsel stuff, but you know what, Crucible Collector? You've popped up twice. At this point, I'm not going to say no anymore. I need you. Steward units get an additional damage shield 2 and multi-strike 3. Okay, yeah, I can deal with that. Now, each trained steward is actually a bit of a god. Nice. 3 Dante's Candles and... There's our carry! That's what we need to set up. We can set that boy up. We got all kinds of things going on. Multi-strike, like, what, 4 already? 5? That's a lot of damage if we can just feed him enough stuff. So yeah, I'll risk Dante. I'll risk Dante in this one instance. I don't think it's smart. It's extremely risky for no reason at all. But I'll take it. I'm going to set up a little bit less than aggressively here. Okay, and then we'll set up down here with my big angry boys. You have a damage shield of 2, huh? Why do you have a damage shield of 2 again? Right, because of the relic we have on you. Might as well. So this is a solid start. We're likely to do exactly what we want for the rest of this run. You have a damage shield of 1. We can Entumbrel Assault to kill you. Which means that we can feed you that at least. And you can sit up here and just make this boy larger. Yeah! That's right, buddy! Chow down! Okay, damage shield bomb, not so great. Boom, subsuming blade, it's instantly killed. Molded, we can get back our draft. Now you're taking damage, we can just toss you down here. You're taking the majority of the attacks and not dying, and then you're ripping and tearing through most of them. That's fantastic news. If you go up here and just... Yeah, that'd be great. There's nothing to primitive mold. I don't know why I did that. Okay, use up both Dante's Candles. Now, one thing that I'm having a problem here with Tethys right now is that we don't have any damaging spells. And I'm beginning to realize that that might have been a bad pick. Spell weakness would have been fine, but, you know, here we are instead. Molded. There's nothing to mold, but we're going to go ahead and cast it anyway. Final wave. Here's where I can mold something interesting. Hello! Now, you're currently going to attack twice. That is going to kill him. Then you still have all your damage shields. It's going to remove both the damage shields, then 2, then 3. So it's 1, 2... So it's 4 attacks total. You got a burnout of 3. We're still going to put you in the back. And you're dead! And you're dead! You know what? Just for good measure, I use that to kill my own guy, then use that to kill him, and then use this to, I don't know, feed him some more life. It doesn't matter. The draft alone did all the damage we needed it to do. And we managed to keep Subsuming Blade working, so that's important. I'm happy that you can target your own people with that. Furnace Tap here is extremely interesting. The extra... Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff with it, but... Sorry. It is interesting. Forever Consumed could be handy as well, because it is a damaging spell, but it's an X cost, so, like... It's not going to be one more cheaper. Furnace Tap is really potent, removing all burnout and debuff effects. We could just have our draft last forever, but that's not what we want. You know what? Give me that Furnace Tap, and then we can put that on Tethys or something else. Morsel Master plus everything else is actually pretty sweet. I think, honestly, that Crucible Warden is the carry we really wanted. Between it and Crucible Collector. The fact that this also comes with a damage shield of 3 to start with is really nice. Lifesteal is not as hot as it normally would be, and damage shield is... I mean, it's reduced twice as much, but it means that he's actually tanky. It doesn't matter how much damage you deal, I block those first few hits. And I can keep feeding him 2 damage shields, which is like 1 real attack, honestly, per turn. They're half as effective, but... It's hard to say no to this. Does that make sense? It's that or a lifesteal that immediately runs out. You know what I mean? I think we go for the Crucible Warden. Just in this one instance. And then from here on out, we don't have really any problems with energy because of our summon 2 creatures, get 3 back. And we don't really have a serious problem with width yet, so I'm going to go for draw. There's not really any issues on that front. Now, we could duplicate a card. The Subsuming Blade would be funny to duplicate at this point. I don't think it's wise, but it would be kind of fun to do. Over on this end, we can remove some cards, and that is exceptionally tempting, as well as being able to improve our creatures. And potentially get another creature. Now, the deck is already a little full of creatures, to be fair. And maybe I'm not giving the Remnant units a fair shake. We really don't need the Pyre health at all. So you know what? Never mind. We'll go this way. Unstable Vortex. I would like to go ahead and get rid of... Let's see. One of the Train Stewards. Probably 2 of them would have been nice, but I'm going to get rid of one of the primitive molds. The Shade Splitters are still handy, and we still like our Train Stewards. So, applies Rage 3 to burnout units, or every time something dies, you get something out of it. And you have Burnout 1. That's terrible. Yeah, no, we skipped that nonsense. That was a waste of time. We can add another Multi-Strike to somebody here. Multi-Strike 3. Yeah, no problem. The fact that you're quick and have lifesteal actually makes you pretty terrible, I just realized. But, yeah. We could give you Multi-Strike 3. Wouldn't that be cute? Damage Shield 3. We could give you Damage Shield 6. Just give you all the Damage Shield. Damage Shield 5 on one boy. Damage Shield 3 on both my Molten Encasements. That makes them hard to kill, though. The reason why I have one of them like that is that way I have a 1-drop that I can just drop in front to protect somebody in a pinch. It is not a thing I think is necessarily very good. 10 damage per attack, however, I'm very happy to grant to the Crucible Warden, because that's a decent amount of damage increase. It's like, you know, good 20. But if I toss that onto, well, I don't know, one of these boys, suddenly it goes from doing 15 to doing 25. It's a full, like, 30 damage increase off of that one thing. You can just keep resurrecting him, and he keeps doing damage every time. This is a tough one. You know, I'm gonna give it to the Crucible Collector. I don't think that the Crucible Collector's deal right now is that he's tanky. He's like a better he's a better train steward is his deal right now. So I'll give that to him. The multi-strike we're not going to give to anybody right yet. Like, I could see it being on the Crucible Warden, but what I'd rather do is find a large stone and give that to the Crucible Warden. Now that's a damage increase. The other thing is I could give that to one of the train stewards, and suddenly that train steward is a god. Like, literally doubles the damage output to 90. That is actually a little bit insane. Yeah, what am I thinking? This is obviously the right choice. They're on a completely different floor. They don't need the, they don't need, like, you're not filling up that floor with anything else other than him, really. Yeah, this is fine. Purging anything else that we need to think of here. We could purge the last train steward we don't need at this point, but what I'm going to do instead is remove... You know what? We'll come back. We'll come back. We'll come back. We need to see what kind of upgrade we can give our champion. Damage spells costing less than 2 less is absolutely useless here. Applying Frostbite per attack, however, is dope as hell. Okay, cool. Now that we know that that's the case, do we want to purge anything from here? I do not think we need to. I think that having more Shade Splitters is not a bad plan, and I think that with access to Molded, primitive mold becomes a lot less interesting. So we're going to go and remove one more. We will go ahead and remove one more and see what happens. I believe we've got a good chance. So non-boss enemy units restore all health when they move up a floor. Currently that's a 50 HP, no, 10 HP, armor 50 guy. Easy enough. And then these guys with 35 HP. I think we can handle this. I think. There's a chance we might not be able to, but I have to believe. Glass half full, people. Man, these guys hit pretty hard. Not gonna lie. And one of you's dead already. You will burn out, which is the point. I could put down Tethys right now, and we could try to go aggro on this floor. It is extremely tempting to do so. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, and let's go ahead and feed our friend here. Okay. Now what? We could molded him every turn, have him keep coming back. Not a bad plan, really. It's a shame that we keep having to pay money for Antumbral Assault, but, you know, them's the breaks. Let's give him that extra damage so he can kill things faster. I think we need to put down this Train Steward for sure, and the Crucible Warden would be good to have down and start getting some damage shield. Yeah. I think that we put that in the wrong spot, but, you know, the idea was there. There was an attempt. We're going to use Molded to bring back our draft because that's the one that we has holdover. We want to make sure that that works every time. Everything dies. Okay. Is there a way to cast 2 units to start things off? Yeah. We put Monster Maker here. That's 1. And we put Train Steward up here. That's 2. Get rid of both Dante's Candles. Use Molded to get back nothing at all. And then, yeah. Watch as the entire bottom floor gets ripped to pieces. Then what? Now this is interesting. This is also interesting. But I think that this is the most interesting. So let's go ahead and go for this. Subsuming Blade now does 20 damage. Easy kill. I'm glad that we got that out and running. Then we can bring back this draft again. It now has a burnout a lot. And can take all the damage from the floor. And meanwhile, our Crucible Warden is just getting HP, getting everything back. It's a good time. Now, you have energy... Yeah, you have Ember Drain because of the thingamabob. I remember now. Molded does nothing. And we laugh in sadness. Yeah, I don't know why we go up to 6 energy again. Could someone explain to me how we keep going up to 6? Is there something here I'm missing? No? No? Why are we going up to 6? At what point did I have 6? Oh, because I must have eaten something. But, what? What did I eat? Anyway, 400 and something damage. It's not bad. It's not great either, unfortunately. We're still dying. It's a lot of damage. So he's dead on the second floor. That's not awful. I wish I could kill him with that. Oh my god. We can't get back any of these things in a way that matters, sadly. So we'll subsuming blade him, and then we'll just be sad that we couldn't kill him with the subsuming blade. It's fine. Look, the Crucible Warden was doing a good job. Oh, first unit we put down has damage shield too. That's actually a big deal. Subsuming blade that has piercing and just does 25 damage. Legitimately good damage spell. Just on its own. Feast, not really helpful. Draw Retrieval, not super helpful. And Gem Trove at 5 energy, not helpful. We're moving on. Hey, Dante. Climb aboard, boy. Climb aboard. So, Dante's an interesting one. Because Dante here, does he get his draft? He does not have a free thing. So we actually want to upgrade him. Big time. And we've got some money to do it. Let's take a look. Artifacts. First time each turn an enemy unit dies, add 2 morsel units to your hand. It's not awful. Allows me to feed a floor entirely on its own so as to keep getting kills. Enchanting unit with quick. Look, that's a really good one for Dante to have. Nothing else here immediately speaks to me. All I want is a damage increase, really. And, like, that's not bad. That's not bad. I'll do it. I'll do it! Just you watch. If we give you HP, it's not going to help at all, so we'll just leave that alone, and we're moving on. Look, nice and quick. Did we need to remove anything from our deck? No, I think our deck is pretty quick. Enemy units enter with spikes. Yikes! Spikes? We all have multi-strike. What's wrong with you? Okay, so that's a small problem. And then the way that they've got it set up is that stealth is popping up on the bottom floor. So we want to make sure that some of our tankier folks at the bottom. I will put Tethys up here instead. Crucible Collector, he's quick, so he'll be able to do some damage early on. Cool. He'll take some of the heat there, no problem. You're not going to die. So you know what? We're going to feed this all to Tethys here, just to keep Tethys alive in stickier situations. And I guess we'll feed one of these over. Alright, sweep, son of a... Don't ask, okay? Tethys is going to get hungry today. Again, I'm sad you couldn't exist with me. Morsel Maker. Where would I put these fine morsels? This is a good question. We could feed a future Crucible Worm, well, that Crucible Worm, actually, up on a top floor. The other option is we just set it up here. And then it eats as many morsels as it possibly can each turn. I think that makes good sense. You die to Subsuming Blade. Permanent increase, why not? Right, get rid of Dante's Candle. You don't need that there. Okay, and if we ever see Dante, he'll take the food that we put upstairs. There's Dante. Nom nom nom. If you die, that'd be great. Actually, I'm thinking, could I kill you myself first? No, there's no easy way to do that. If I do this, we change the game. That's fine. Oh no, Immortal. Feed that to Dante, please. Everything here still dies because of sweep, huh? That's fine. We're gonna have to hold on to you for a second then. This bottom floor is going bye-bye anyway, so it's not a big deal. Subsuming Blade for 29 damage. Perfect. Thank you, Tethys. You actually did something I wanted you to do. As far as multi-strike goes, you'd be the man to have it. Okay. That one's good. That one's good. Might as well give you damage as well. Enjoy those, Dante. You're a good boy. Molded. Grabbing this guy for as much damage as he can possibly put out is not a bad plan. like, he's not going to die, and he's going to do a decent amount of damage at the same time, so I'm willing to take it. Might as well Shade Splitter to give him some more. And we never really checked to see whether or not their HP increased by enough that it mattered. So right now he's at 14. When he dies, like, keep that in mind. Autumnal Assault for free. That was worth 4 morsels on its own. I like it. If you could just feed. It's worth mentioning that morsels do count towards this, the second model you cast every turn, or second unit you cast every turn bonus. Sure. You might as well, man. But might you not need to? I just realized, actually, this may be a problem. Autumnal Assault. Kill off our own guy. I just realized we actually don't want to cast him right now. Because we want to have room to cast our friend when the time comes. So this is our friend. Okay, this will give us the energy we need to do what we want to do. Perfect. Which is to cast this. Cast this and grab this guy. And that should eat up a good amount of damage shield on its own. Because that's 1, 2, 3. No, it's 1. Oh, son of a bitch, right? Multi-strike. Ah, this sucks. So, let's see how much stealth we're using up. Every attack is 2 attacks and it's 24 damage. Okay? So, first stealth. Boom. Damage shield down to 1. Second one. Damage shield down to 0 and HP down to 8. 3. Kills. Knocks down damage shield. Look, I think we're down to like 2 or 3 stealth if I had to math that out in my head real fast. 1 stealth. Even better. And you're dead. Grand! Look, Crucible Warden's doing exactly what I asked it to do. We managed to stall on the first floor enough that it got huge. Memento Mori does not work the way that we hope it would. Crushing Demise is really cute. And does actually work really well on that bottom floor where we're constantly respawning things anyway. Holdover and Crushing Demise together with Molded and Crushing Demise, Molded and Holdover is like really, really solid actually. Engine upgrade. Hilariously, not what we want. Amber Cash isn't bad. It's good. Later. The deck works fine without it right now, though. We don't need any grease in the wheels. We're good. We don't need the extra consume stuff. Although that would be very fun in certain situations. What would we... We can't do anything on the left. So, you know, we're going to go on the right. Grab the Pyre HP, grab the money, and see if there's anything else we can do to our spells. Plus their magic power. Now, that's something we could do to our spells. Subsuming Blade being that much more powerful for freezies is really nice. And we can make it free, pretty much. So long as it's on Tethys' floor. That's tempting. I think Molded being free here is a big deal. Permafrost. Let's hold on to Furnace Tab. I think that's more important later on. Double Stack is not so important. Plus 20 magic power and consume. Sure. I mean, we could toss that onto an Autumnal Assault, but then what? Crushing Demise, making it free every time, means that we can constantly use it, which is awesome! No matter how low our mana base is. Look, I think we're done here. This is a weird daily. We're spending a lot of money, but we're doing okay, and we're playing this relatively aggressively and placing first or second floor boss kills most of the time, which is worth some points. Okay, so what are we doing here? Anything I put down here is dazed. That's what you're telling me. I'll tell you what, that's real lame. I don't even care. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put the Crucible Collector onto a different floor. I'm going to feed him a lot of food. Jump upstairs. Dump that here. And I'm not going to play the Molten Encasement. Well, okay, you know what? I will, but I'll put it there instead. Very tempted. But with everybody here still being dazed, this is probably the floor where I want to put stuff. Unless if I just reform it. What died? The DRAFFS. Right. So free subsuming blade does not hurt at all. Cool. Get rid of both of Dante's candles. Right. I could put the Crucible Warden up here and that would work. And then where do I put Dante? Like downstairs? Nah, Dante wants his own floor. I think we put him here so that he can get the kill, no problem. Then... might as well make you as chonky as possible. Alright, there is a draft that we can resummon. And I think that it's worth resummoning him just to get that burnout, like, increased. And dealing you some 75 damage for nearly free. Okay, just don't summon anything on that middle floor. It's fine. Dante wants to be on a different floor anyway. Easy kill. Easy kill. Okay, cool. Now we can just feed Dante a bunch of stuff. Namely... damage, because he's quick. On this floor, I don't want to summon anything. I don't want to. But I think we can afford 1 days and removing 88 damage from the equation just to have this Train Steward up and running. This Train Steward up and running would be really strong. And when we kill him, we can start feeding as well. But you know what? We hold on to the Train Steward for now. We hold on to the Train Steward for now because we want to feed the Crucible Collector at least a little bit. Okay, now we've got our combo here. No matter who dies here, we can just bring him back. Wait, who's... multi-strike. Because we're stealthed. We have a combo going here. Crushing Demise does not help us all that much right now. But we could just start farming Dante up. And maybe this is how we buff Dante. Not through food, but through candles. And then... giving you that extra multi-strike does not hurt. And you're not our big Train Steward, so no worries. Okay. We need to be able to play 2 units. 1. 2. I wish this would work. Because it's a non-boss unit. I'm positive that this... yeah, non-boss enemy unit. It says right at the bottom. Okay, the good news is that the rest of our spells cost nothing to cast. So what I'm going to do here... Crushing Demise to do nothing at all. And then I'm going to mold Dante the Deceptive back into existence. Once I've done so, I'll put Dante up here. Where then we will proceed to smoke the whole floor. Easy kill. And now our big boy is up and running. This is so not worth it. You can just kill the Crucible Warden. The Crucible Warden only has damage shield 2, to be fair. But, like, you know, why would I want to do that? Okay, killed one of those instead. That's fine. Molded. Get the draft back. Does it do anything now? No, it does not, actually. I'd rather hold on to that for later. In this light, we toss this out there, and we feed this guy more damage. And then we laugh as our entire floors, all of them, are just full to the brim. We're still not on the final wave, by the way. There's one more wave left, it turns out. Lame. Not lucky. We've been luckier. That said, Dante, you're our quick boy now. Unfortunately, you're not quick enough. Don't worry, this is why we have Subsuming Blade. Now you're quick enough. Oh, wait, you're all dazed now. Shit. Yikes. Yeah, this is a bit of a shame, honestly. We brought back the wrong boy. Alright, so we're going to set up upstairs. So Crushing Demise does not help as much as I would have liked it to, unfortunately. It's a little too random for its own good. And right, the boss is multi-strike as well, which makes it actually a really big menace. Okay, now what? Bringing back who? Dante, of course. Every time this boy comes back, it's a beautiful day. And we're both quick. He's dead. He is very dead. Alright, cool. Well, that was a fun, good time for everybody involved. But we definitely have one too many people asking our attention in this particular game. Consume cards in hand, add a draft unit to oof, 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 oof. Like this could be great, by the way, because we could just get rid of a bunch of cards we don't want, like Dante's Candle. But it then becomes a dead draw after we get rid of those cards. It's still always going to be okay, though. Yeah, let's give it a shot. We need space. We need to go sideways now. At this point, we are realizing that we've got too much space. Sorry, too little space to fit everybody in. What card could we double at this point that I want to? Like a second Morsel Maker just to feed both of these guys, and then Tethys and Dante can sit on the same floor and just enjoy life. I guess toss around the Train Stewards wherever you need them to be. We don't need the Pyre health that way, though. And on this side, we could improve Dante's life. No, we can't. He's full up. Actually, all of our good creatures are filled up. We don't need anything on this side, really, other than the artifact, which is handy. You know what? Let's give it a shot. Let's see what the artifact is. Morsel units enter with an additional damage shield of 1. Oh, great. So we play everything else first if we can. Nice. Damage shield 3. Cute. Quick on anybody? No. Man, I don't even know what to do here. This guarantees stealth on the floor. I actually like that piece of tech. You put it out, it protects them. They die. And they get what they need. Perfect. Steel Pulley Claw. Neat. Descend the unit to the bottom floor and apply daze 2. Steel Pulley Claw is quite seriously just a 120 damage spell for 2. I don't see how that's, like, not a good plan. Steel Pulley Claw, I'm pretty sure, is the way better one out of the two, most of the time. Okay. Apply Frostbite 20, or damage spells cost 2. Cost 2 less. I think we go for Chill Wind here. Frostbite 20 seems to be a pretty potent way to do things when it comes to boss time. Let's see if we can get lucky on that front. Oh, it's you. Look, it's 400 coins. We kind of have to do it for the points at this point. So how do we deal with this? Every time we kill one of these, it does 1 damage. Okay. I actually don't mind if you die. I know that sounds weird, but, like, I really don't. Now, hold on. If I put you here, and then both of you here, can you get kills? Oh my god, we can kill 3 of them. Yeah, huge. Huge! Alright, you exist. And Umbra Assaults gives us 4 morsels to work with. Beautiful. Now, you've got a damage shield of 3. You will be able to work your way through that. incredible amount of damage that's about to come your way. With that in mind, let's play a couple morsels behind you. And we're doing 120 damage. Without any downsides, if we just shove you at the top. Perfect. Molded. Like, it's the world's biggest morsel. I'm not sure if you've seen him. He's huge. And we could also get back this molten encasement. So, this sounds ridiculous. But I'll put down the molten encasement and then that guy, and then we'll do at least another 22 damage that way. You're still living with 7 of those things, huh? Consume all the cards in your hand. Okay, so if we play everything around this, and then use Sacrificial Resurrection, we get a free draft for it. Sweet. And Thunderbolt Assault won't kill you yet. Doesn't kill anybody here yet either. Sadness. What it does do is kill you. Except for it doesn't, because you have Damage Shield 1 now, so that entire piece of tech is gone. And then Holdover. Grab me, sure, 70 damage worth of stuff here is not the worst. DOS him down. And then use this to burn out those 2 cards, and then get 1 big draft boy? Yeah, that's better. Question, you're supposed to be getting large. Okay, you are killing things, that's good, but, like, you know, come on, man. You're... Like, this is a free kill on the floor. Why wouldn't I? You don't need... Molded we definitely want to cast. We definitely want this draft back, because he's getting large. And that's a kill. And Furnace Tap is going to be of pretty much paramount importance to make sure that Dante gets some kills early on, so that's fine. Look, Sacrificial Resurrection for the rest of the entire hand I have, I've seen worse. Though we can definitely put down, like, 1 or 2 damage things here. That's probably fine. At this point, though, I will cast the Sacrificial Resurrection, burn out everything else in my hand, and just put down another draft unit and start ripping and tearing. Okay, you cost 1. But it's still too much. This floor barely matters. Okay. Nice. We're back in business. It's still not enough. Sadly. Okay, we're gonna cast Molded. Just get back big draft. Apply another draft. Oh wait, it's piercing. Duh. Okay, and you might as well Sacrificial Resurrection here to get it back. Another draft, which you cannot cast. A Brief Repose. Cute. Entirely unnecessary, but cute. At this point, just keep, I don't know, keep getting back one of the drafts. Just always play drafts. And then, do we need Shade Splitter in this Train Steward? No. More draft. We can't play him. Look, my bottom floor is just going to be drafts at this point. There's nothing more to it. Crushing Demise. Does it help? No. Molded. Does help. We can grab him back. Now he has more. I like more. Molten Encasement. Get rid of those 2. Give me another draft. And we're doing 370 damage. It's not the worst. Well, draft. Draft. Crushing Demise. Not that I keep forgetting. It's only non-boss units. Get back big draft. Primitive Mold. Got back this guy instead. Now, you could be a draft. Have you thought about this? It's just drafts! It's just drafts! And you're not dead. Sadness. Please eat that to the face. Please then eat this to the face. Please then... Oh, god damn it. It's just drafts. You let me down this one time. I can't even cast more drafts. It makes me so sad. I can't even burn drafts to make drafts. Yeah, oh well. The bad news is we took some damage on our pyre. A lot of it, actually. That cut our score by about half. But we did get 400 coins. Okay. Reforming 2 random units every once in a while here is not awful. But yeah, we've got a weird deck going on. I'm not sure how I feel about it anymore. Cave-in could be really handy to just get people downstairs. I think that Cannibalize does what we needed to now. That we have damage shields on our morsels. So, yeah, grab it. Now what? The right side actually makes sense now. We don't have all that... We don't have all that much we want to spend money on, though. Like... At all. We don't have that much we want to remove, though, either. I mean, we can remove things like the old Train Steward and one of the Shade Splitters or the other Primitive Mold now. Yeah. Go this way. This way we can actually use everything in our deck. Everything on the path, I mean. Let's get rid of one of the Molten Encasements. We don't need it. And let's get rid of the last garbage Train Steward. We don't need it. Merchant of Steel. Look, is there anything you can do for us? No, we're all full up. Bye. And then Merchant of Trinkets. Is there anything you want to do for us? Deal 3 damage to the rear enemy unit when something is eaten. Okay, Mind Jacks. +2 on the middle floor. Look, that actually seems reasonably helpful in our case. Let's go for it. We now have a middle floor setup. No one here has haste, so whatever. But, yeah. This should be fine. It's not like we rely on status effects to do the majority of our damage. Okay. Not helpful right now. No. Just yoink this little guy. We don't need to get rid of Cannibalize, so nope, we're gonna move on then. So why would I just use the pulley on the little guy? When else am I gonna use it that's any better? Really? Dante gets his own floor. We'll make him do his thing. It's fine. Actually, he does not get his own floor. You're already doing what? 8 times 5? That's 40 damage? That's not awful. Yeah, if we give you your own floor, like, what does that teach you, really? Honestly, quite a bit. Still, we're gonna go ahead and put down we're gonna put the Crucible Warden upstairs to protect him for as long as possible, really. And then that allows us to feed him as well. Down here, look, Intumbral Assault, one of those guys, makes good sense. Up here, the entire floor is dying due to this garbage. Including Tethys. What is going on? Thank you for protecting my interests. Okay, and if all of you could die, that would be ideal. Primitive Mold is not going to, do anything this time, so... I'm not even sure what's going on with that middle floor right now. There's just so much action happening there. Speaking of action happening here, boom, didiata. There's actually some really good stuff happening here. That's a dead boy. That's a dead boy, and consumed, but dead. How do I want to do this? Molded. I can go ahead and grab it back again. Just keep applying stealth to everybody on that floor on a repeat basis. Yeah, you're all dead because Dante said so, so it's fine. And down here, what are we doing? Absolutely nothing. Eat these 2, please. 3? Can I get you to eat these 3? I can! Honestly, Dante, you should be the one to have this. I think. Because if we put this on him, it'll give him some rage. But if we give it onto you, you'll be able to put out damage for the rest of your life. This is such a lethal daily. Like, everything having multi-strike makes this brutal. Cool, easy kill. Might as well resurrect you, because I should use the spell in some way, shape, or form. Get this guy and this guy out. That gives me 3. Enough to put down this train steward, which is a big boy. Might as well keep filling the Crucible Warden. Look at him! He's gonna get, he's gonna actually get some damage shield. He's gonna actually hold on to it for a turn or two. Worth. And we grab him back. He's now a big boy. Put him out there. Put this guy out there. Now he got mana. And Tumbril Assault to get the kill. Give me, you know what? Give me more damage. The damage shield is going to be largely what he's useful for anyway. The draft at this point is largely inconsequential. And up here, we're not doing too much. Sacrificial Resurrection is not useful to put on the one guy who has damage shield 3. So never mind. We're putting him up here. And then we're doing Sacrificial Resurrection. Getting rid of one of those things and then failing to play our draft. You gotta remember to be able to play my draft. It's more important than that guy down there eating now, for sure. Okay, you. Subsuming Blade. Easy kill. Down here, put one down. Crushing Demise. Okay. Then grab the DRAFFS again. Do we need any of the rest of these? No. Sacrificial Resurrection. Get me a DRAFFS. Start thinning that deck, boy! Start thinning that deck, man. Get me that DRAFFS again. Boom Diata. Using Temporal Assault to get the kill here. Put another one of these, just for good measure. Do we need any of these? Let's, you know what? Hold on. Let's cannibalize over here, quickly. Give you Lifesteal for 1. Damage Shield. Morsel Miner. Then up here, damage. That. Sacrificial Resurrection. Get another DRAFFS. You'll probably never see it again, but it'll do some damage. Look, there's something to be said about just being able to get rid of the cards you don't want in your hand. Crushing Demise. Okay, it's the one I did not want to kill, but it's fine. Bounce to this guy again, because he's a big boy now. I don't know who to fuel at this point. Fueling you with this stuff might be important. We don't need anything else here. Sacrificial Resurrection. Get this draft unit out there. It'll do some damage. And he's dead. Excellent news. I like you. You'll love to see it. Give me some lifesteal. Give me some more damage shield, and then give me some of this. Why not? We don't even need to cast the rest of this. It's great. Look, this little combo here means that one floor died every turn. I actually really enjoyed that. That was a lot of fun. And you know what, Tethys? You never really got the chance to use your free damage spells ability, so there you go. The 80 Frostbite? 196 Frostbite probably did some damage there. Okay, sweet. 2-turn boss rush. Not my best daily. That one fight where we took 50% of our Pyro HP cost us the 40,000 points we were looking for. I'm going to be sad now. I'm going to go ahead and be sad now. I did not know you could emote. That's kind of funny. But hey, you know what? 30,000 8-point score is not bad. It's actually quite good. That was a fun run overall. I really enjoyed it. We got 158th. We could have gotten better, I think, if we had done better on that one floor. For reference, that one floor was the second last floor with Bird Hammer Lady. She dealt a lot of damage to her pyre. She could have killed us if we were any worse. But yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. I hope you folks enjoyed yourselves. If you did, be sure to let me know. Hit the follow button, like button, subscribe button, bell button. Look, there's so many things on social media right now. It's not that I don't know what it all is, but there's just so much of it that I just go through the list now. It's just it's a long list. Look, I understand that Muscle Train is not Awesome Knots. but I hope you folks are enjoying it anyway. And for those of you that have Master Train, go ahead and play the dailies. They're a lot of fun. Compete with me if you want. And I'll see you folks in the next one. Bye.